it stim free myself, and I'm basically just putting out formulas that I would actually use personally. Like, you don't have to go get our pump formula to get a max dose of l-citrulline, which, you know, most other companies will put like a half-ass dose of l-citrulline in their, you know, stimulant dense pre-workout to make sure you go buy like their other thing. You don't have to stack a bunch of extra stimulants on top of it. You don't need to use Gorilla Mind Rush or Gorilla Mind Smooth to get the most out of this product. They can complement it, but it's not like they're not mandatory at all, to be honest. Like, if you're seeking maximum focus, maximum cognitive enhancement, maximum pump, maximum endurance, maximum intracellular hydration, like, this product has you fully covered. Like, you don't need to go buy anything else. As far as the flavor and mixability, so the flavor we chose to start with is Tiger's Blood. It's basically a mixture of watermelon, strawberry, and coconut. And we also developed a fruit punch flavor and a mango peach flavor, which were both very good, but the branding of Tiger's Blood with Gorilla Mode just seemed like it just really clicked. So we wanted to go with that, to be honest. Like, the branding was just too good to pass up, to be honest. So the next four flavors we might knock out are the fruit punch and mango peach, because they're a lot more mainstream, but Tiger's Blood is still good, still very good. It's probably like a 7 or 8 out of 10. The branding is just sick in my opinion, so that's why we went with that. Honestly, there's such a high concentration of ingredients in this product that I'm happy that it just didn't end up tasting like ass in general. Like, we were expecting it to be nearly impossible to like create a flavor system that was going to work with this ingredient profile, and fortunately it wasn't the case, and it does not taste like ass. It actually tastes pretty decent. It also mixes really well considering the concentration of L-citrulline and glycer pump and all the other ingredients in the product. And you're just gonna have to use a decent amount more water than you would with your normal pre-workout. Like, normally you might use, I don't know, 8 to 10 ounces of water or something. With this, you're probably gonna need to use like 12 to 14 ounces or something, because there's just simply way more active ingredients in the product. You'll see that once you open it and you see these scoops, and it's like 28 grams of active ingredient to dump in your cup. So how to dose it: mix 1 to 2 scoops of Gorilla Mode in probably 12 to 14 ounces of water and consume 30 minutes prior to training. Obviously, you can change the amount of water based on how strong you want the flavor to be. More water, going to be less strong of a taste. Less water, going to be more strong of a taste. If you're a first-time user or you're like not very tolerant to stimulants, I would start with literally half a scoop and don't exceed 2 scoops in any 24-hour period. In addition, just like with other stimulant-based products, I don't know why this isn't talked about more often, but if you really want the stimulants to hit hard, take it on an empty stomach. And I know that's kind of contradictory to gym performance. Going to the gym on an empty stomach isn't always ideal for hitting the weights. But if you've tried pre-workouts before, you probably noticed the difference between taking a pre-workout on a fasted versus fed. Like, the way stimulants hit when you're fasted versus fed, it's like night and day. So if you want to get, like, you're still going to get all the performance enhancing benefits in the formula if you take it on a full stomach. However, the stimulants aren't going to hit nearly as hard, so you're going to get less of a cognitive, locked in laser focus than you would if you took it on a empty stomach. Or like the way it would hit the hardest is if you took it right when you woke up on an empty stomach and went to train. That's where you would feel it the most. So, but that's just how stimulants work. That's not unique to this product. That's just how any stimulant works in general. So, my, word to the wise, in case you are trying to figure out how to, maximize the cognitive enhancing benefits of it, the less food in your stomach, the harder it's going to hit in general. So getting into the Gorilla Mode ingredients breakdown. So 9,000 milligrams of L-citrulline. So L-citrulline is the most effective supplement you can use to boost nitric oxide in the body. Why is nitric oxide important? NO is made naturally in our bodies and plays a significant role in cardiovascular health, dilates blood vessels, vasodilation, I'm sure you've heard that term before, which lowers blood pressure and increases oxygen in the blood. Nitric oxide acts as a messenger to signal blood vessels to dilate or contract and relax. So sufficient nitric oxide is needed to signal blood vessels to contract or relax to ensure blood is able to flow to and from the heart efficiently. And the production of NO decreases as you age, so this in turn reduces the elasticity of the cardiovascular system and impairs the body's ability to ensure sufficient amount of oxygenated blood gets around to vital organs. So ensuring, first thing you can do, obviously getting a bit off track, but eating enough nitrates and or supplementing with nitric oxide precursors is very important to ensure that your cardiovascular system maintains optimized function as you get older. In addition, maintaining optimal nitric oxide levels will make you more vascular, allow you to get a much better pump in the gym, and improve overall physical performance. So this is why we have such a massive dose of L-citrulline in there. I'm going to get into some of the benefits of it now. Increased muscular endurance. So citrulline has shown to significantly increase muscular endurance, with one study finding that compared to placebo, a single 8,000 milligram dose of citrulline malate increased the number of reps performed per set on every set after set 2. The impact citrulline had on performance increased the more sets were performed. During the last set performed in particular, the group that took citrulline had almost a 53% increase in the number of reps they could perform relative to placebo. So it also decreased muscle soreness by 40% at 24 and 48 hours after the training session compared to placebo. Now, getting into the effect on body composition, there isn't a whole lot of data on the direct effect L-citrulline has on muscle growth and fat loss in humans, but a rodent model assessed the effect citrulline had on body composition and found that 20-month-old rats that were given a diet that included the human equivalent dose of 160 milligrams per kilogram per day for 12 weeks of citrulline had 13% less body fat and 9% more lean body mass relative to the rats fed a standard diet without citrulline supplementation. Visceral fat mass also was reduced by 32% in the citrulline group. The mortality rate of the citrulline group was 0%, and the mortality rate of the standard diet fed rats was 20%. So L-citrulline is one of the most promising supplements on the market in my opinion, and has significantly more upside above and beyond its increase in vascularity and pumps in the gym. It has a significant array of potential health benefits as well, especially in a cardiovascular context. Getting into the maximum effective dose of L-citrulline, because this is a commonly misinterpreted topic. Citrulline is found in watermelons, and you need to eat 1.5 kilograms of watermelon every day to get 3 grams of L-citrulline though, and that's the minimum effective dose. So to get the maximum effective dose of L-citrulline from diet, you would need to eat 5 kilograms of watermelon per day to get 10 grams of L-citrulline. Obviously, nobody is going to eat that much watermelon, and it's obviously not a good idea to begin with, because there's obviously far better ways to allocate your macronutrient and micronutrient allotments. So this is why L-citrulline supplementation is actually very promising and could very well be worthwhile, not just in a performance-enhancing context, but in a cardiovascular context as well. So the problem with citrulline malate in the supplement industry, obviously L-citrulline, like I mentioned, is a great supplement to have in your daily regimen, but there is a red flag around L-citrulline supplementation that you do need to know about, and I'm sure you've seen some supplements that have L-citrulline in them, and some have citrulline malate. So some even say l-citrulline malate on their labels, and this is just a cheap trick oftentimes to deceive customers. So citrulline malate is composed 50% of malic acid, so unless the ratio states otherwise. And authentic citrulline malate is produced by chemically bonding free-form L-citrulline to D-L-malic acid. When L-citrulline is chemically bonded